little bit earlier. I'll walk around this side. We've got some colors and patterns here in the front that we're going to go over. You just look at it though, even if this wasn't 95% of the allergens protecting you, right? Even if this wasn't allergen barrier and all of the great features, this is just a beautiful sheet set.
Isn't this gorgeous? And this is in our gray.
Oh my goodness.
It's just so pretty.
It's so rich. It is just so rich, and the hand is incredibly comfortable. Look, 400 thread count sheet set. Look, when that one time in your life when you went to that 5-star hotel and you loved those sheets and you're like, what are these? Those were 400 thread count. That's why they're so nice and comfortable. Can we go over the colors and patterns real quick, and then we'll get into kind of what makes these unique. So you said on the bed was our gray.
That's correct, and it's a percale cotton. You don't need to iron it. It's wonderful.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
That's beautiful.
So we have the gray, we have the slate blue.
Look at this slate blue. That is, again, rich, just elegant and rich. The look of this. Great, okay.
The white, of course, classic.
Gotta pick, listen, if you're picking up multiple sets, and I recommend that you do, so you can have your favorite sheets on your bed and your favorite sheets waiting for you in the linen closet, make one of them white. Make one of them white and then choose a pattern.
That's right. And then we, of course, have this beautiful pattern, which I like. I should actually put these two together. Look at
switch those up. There we go. Is this the Fairfield?
It's the Fairfield in blue and the Fairfield and the tan. It's just so elegant. And one of the things that so many people don't think about is how everything can match together. So you could say, I want the gray, but then I might want this on my pillow. And so now everything sort of blends together. It's really nice in that way.
Okay, and then lastly here, what do we have here? The Apollo blush?
The Apollo blush is so elegant, and I named it the Apollo for the Apollo music history, or even the stars. You can see there's a little star right here in the center.
I love these patterns. So these three here, the Fairfields and the Apollo, you're getting a pattern. It is a subtle pattern. So whatever your decor is in your room, you can still kind of match back to that. But the idea of getting two, if you can, if it's in your budget today, I want you to consider this. I always, you find that sheets. That's like finding that shirt that you love so much and you buy one in every color. Same thing with your sheets. If it's the one that you love to sleep in, you love the feel of it, you love the look of it, not only can you have your favorite sheets waiting for you in the linen closet, but then you can mix and match a little bit. Maybe it is the white, and then you're going to put that Fairfield blue on top of it, or maybe you're going to mix and match with the blue and the gray. I just want you to think about that before you put in your order, before you click buy. I want to make sure you're getting everything you need. Also think about every room in the house, right? Maybe it is that guest room. Do you have friends coming over this summer, family coming over, and you want to impress them? You want to give them that 5-star hotel feel. This is it. And on top of all of that, on top of the elegance, on the top of it elevating the room, you are getting that allergen barrier. You are getting that protection. 95% of allergens in the air are protected. You are protected from 95% of allergens in the air. This is incredibly comfortable and soft. And then again, it's easy wash, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's easy wash. There's no iron. And at the 400 thread count, this is what the best hotels use because it's more durable.
Right. That's
on top of that, because it's a non-chemical, it's a micro barrier on all of our products, from the protector to the pillow to now this. It's just wonderful.
It's not something that's going to wash out. It's not something that after 50 washes, that's it. No, you are protected as well. And this, again, elevating the entire room. This little slate blue, this beautiful rich blue that you have right here. Imagine combining these two. Sorry, I just moved them out of the shot.
So pretty.
But if you could pick up two, imagine the look of this room. Maybe it's the guest room. Maybe it's even the kids' room or your room. Look at the combination of these two. But I'm going to move it over one more because I'm going to show you a combination of the white with maybe this Fairfield blue as well. If you wanted to combine these two, this would be a nice combination as well, giving you that palette to kind of design all the way around. So not only is it elegant, it's comfortable, it's amazing to the touch, 400 thread count, it's going to help you with your sleep, it's going to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, but there is that micro barrier that is allergen efficient. It's going to protect you from all those allergens in the well. And right now, this is the time of year where we start feeling it, right? Spring, we just got through kind of that winter. Spring is coming, and there's more of that pollen in the air. The dander, you're starting to notice it a little bit more, you and the kids. Now you're doing something for yourself, something that feels great, that looks great, and is protecting you. Now, you're going to see the prices on your screen right now. I want you to follow along at hsn.com because it'll show you kind of how many we have left in sizes and color. So you combine the size with the color that you want. $59.99 to $89.99. We have these in twin XL, full, queen, California King, and King. The King California King, those will be $89.99. The twin XL sizes will be $59.99. And just like we were talking earlier, think about like your room. Of course, I first think about my room. What sheet sets do I want? Then start thinking about the kids.
That's right.
Maybe going off to college, maybe guests coming over. Have we ever done that where guests come over and you
like,
look through your
last
linen
closet
go,
and you say, what is this? Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
No, yeah, you look at the bed like that mattress is kind of old. What have I done?
That's right.
Oh no, they're gonna come over and you try to dress it up. Now's your time to
That's
think
right.
ahead.
Well, and again, so many people are about to graduate. They're about to go to camp. And so what you could do right now is get the twin XL for your family as a gift, as for your child who's going off to college. And now you have a wonderful set that's going to really resonate because it's got color. It's not just, in fact, some twin XLs are just white. Right. And now we have a color palette that works and is certainly going to mix and match for your space.
You know, that's a really good point. When you're buying sheets that are twin XL, normally you don't get a lot of good looking options. You don't. And I want you to follow along at hsn.com because I was looking earlier and I do think in the twin XL, we have the least amount of options because those are going very quickly. So just follow along on your phone, and maybe it's on the computer, maybe it's on your tablet, whatever. Follow along, go take a look. Make sure your size and your color is there, and think about the beds in your home. Think about maybe all you have is that kind of fold out couch. You can put this on top. You can put a mattress cover on top, and you can put the sheets. You can kind of dress that up even to make that a little bit nicer because a lot of times we don't have the extra bed and the extra bedroom. The shipping and handling has been reduced on this as well. This is your opportunity. The price has dropped. These are on sale right now. $59.99 for that twin and that twin XL. And this great overhead shot right here that you can just see the look of it. This can change also the feel of a room, right?
Correct.
Because it's the biggest piece in the room.
That's correct. And some people, when they have just a simple sheet, and then they take something like the Fairfield, and imagine the Fairfield now, because it's a set, imagine the Fairfield here on your pillow. Isn't that beautiful?
I love that. I just love these little etch marks. Like, these are great.
And it could even be just for the shams. If you say, I just want the shams, so it now is, it's a you keep this as your pillow, and now you have a sham, and you put this on top. Look at that.
Beautiful.
It's a mix and match. It's really a wonderful set. So our goal is to make sure that your entire bedroom feels like it's curated by a designer. And Clean Design Home is blocking 95% of your allergens without any chemicals. And that means you're able to protect your family. You spend 1/3 of your life sleeping. And look at this. The hand on this is just so rich. You can mix and match your options.
Highly recommend. Yes, grab a couple of sets if you can. If it's in your budget right now, I want you to think about this. Grab a couple, because hey, listen, when we shop, especially now when everything in the world is getting more and more expensive.
That's right.
Right. We all stop and we say, okay, how much am I going to use this, or how much am I spending? How much am I going to use it? And I'll be honest, there's some things out there that maybe last year, 2 years ago, I would have bought, and I wasn't going to use it very much, but it would have been fun. My budget's tighter now, and I need to be spending my money on things that I am going to use every single day that's going to have impact on my life right now, and that's what we're talking about.
And look at this fine detail right.
Ooh, beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Right here, it just feels like it's just a curated design. It's not just a sheet. It's actually something you're going to find in the finest hotels.
That's exactly right.
This little detail.
When your guests come over and you have this in their guest room and they lay in it, first of all, when they look at it, they're going to think, wow, this is, they spent hundreds of dollars.
That's correct.
They spent hundreds of dollars on this one sheet set. This is a $300, $400, and then they get in and they feel it and they love it. And they wake up and they feel as good as they've ever felt before. You're doing that for yourself.
Right
doing
here.
That for your
Look
guests.
at that
Look
detail.
Profile. Oh, that's nice.
Right. And also one of the things that we do, and I've heard people say, I don't like to be short sheeted. right? Where they're sleeping and in the middle of the night they feel air on their feet.
Yes.
These are a little bit
short sheeted. That's great.
right?
That's exactly
These are
right.
a little bit oversized.
Oh,
so
great.
that means just like our mattress protector,
Yeah.
it's going to cover your sheet. It's going to cover your mattress, and there's a little bit of extra fabric.
That's great. Or you and your partner, if your partner tends to kind of pull the sheets a little bit, right? If you wake up in the middle of the night,
square,
right?
a little bit.
That's right. Yes. My poor wife. I'm the one who pulls the sheets. I start off with like no sheets. I'm like, I'll be fine in the middle of the night. I pull them, and then yeah, she ends up going and getting more. So this is your opportunity right now. I want to make sure, kind of start back from the top a little bit. We've gone over a lot in this hour. We're going to continue here in the hour with Robin Wilson with your clean design home. This is elegant, it's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's elevated, but at the same time, it has an allergen barrier on there. It is a unique micro barrier that's going to protect you from 95% of all the allergens in the air. So you are really doing something for yourself, for anyone else in the family and the kids and the grandkids and the guests that come over. You are really protecting yourself and helping your sleep. It can change the way the room looks. It'll change the way it feels getting in the bed. And then when you wake up in the morning, hopefully you feel a lot more refreshed. If we're waking up in the middle of the night and those allergens are getting in and we can feel it and we can't breathe, our sleep is disturbed.
That's correct.
And you don't get that back.
Well, 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. We have to remember that. And you don't want chemicals either. And so what we've done is we have a patented weave at a 0.5 micron. And most of the things, whether it's dust mites, bed bugs, they're at a 0.10 micron. They can't get through.
Wow, that's the protection that you're getting right here. I want you to follow along at hsn.com at 087-524. I do want to go over colors and patterns again. We did that at the top of the presentation. If you're looking at them on hsn.com, I want you to take a look at these here. But also, between colors and sizes, things start to disappear and sell out very quickly, especially at this price. I'm going to line these back up again, and we're going to go back over the colors here for you because we've got some great patterns to choose from. Again, I do want you to think about, you know, when you find that sheet set that you love, the sheet set that you want to be in every time you go to bed and nap and sleep at night, I want you to have that every single time if you can. If you're in a position right now, I want you to think about picking up multiple sets. That's when you use FlexPay. That's when you use our flexible payments. Then it allows you to pick up multiple sets. All right, is this our slate blue that we have here?
That is our slate blue. It is so popular. The gray fog is on the bed, the slate blue is in your hand, and the white is next to it.
That is such a great, okay, what if you were combining this, I'm gonna put my cards down here for a second, if you were combining your slate blue with that classic white, you know, we all need that classic white. Look
and
at this
doesn't
combo.
that feel like a coastal bed?
That is your.
Doesn't that feel like something that's just gonna make you have a relaxing evening or weekend?
Oh, that's great. See, so you combine these two and then you still have the other set, right? You have the other pieces that you didn't use waiting for you as well. So this is why it's important to pick up 2 sets. Let's move on to our patterns here. I just love these. Almost like you can see the artist's hand in these with these little sketches. All right, take a look, because this is the Fairfield, right? And we have 2 different colors.
The Fairfield is in blue and it's in tan. Super popular. It also coordinates with the bed.
That's beautiful. I mean, really, like we were showing earlier, if you wanted to put the Fairfield with the gray, the Fairfield with the slate blue, the Fairfield with the white, if you want to combine those as well. You can't go wrong with those. Okay, let's talk about maybe a little more of a neutral would be in this Fairfield, but then, yeah, let me show you that up close, because I've been talking about the blue. This is kind of the Fairfield, the same pattern, but in that, you know, that even looks great.
Good.
Look at that.
We worked so hard to match the colors. It feels like a designer made your bed.
No, it does. It does, yeah. Not only did you spend a few $100s on the sheet set, but you spent $1,000 on the designer to come in and set it up for you.
That's right, that's right.
That's right. Okay, and then lastly, the Apollo blush.
The Apollo blush is such an elegant, it evokes space, it evokes music. It is something that really makes you feel like you are in a sanctuary. And I think that's what we all need when we come home. We spend 1/3 of our lives sleeping, and it's so important to feel relaxed. and to feel refreshed when you wake up in the morning. And this is just such a serene color.
That's a great shot of that design too.
Isn't that
We're
beautiful?
getting a nice close-up shot of it there, and you can see the detail in that design as well. You know, I love what you did with these patterns. They are full patterns, but they're not patterns that's going to dominate the room, right? You can still decorate around these patterns very easily, even with the color and the type of pattern that you're giving us here. The bed is the biggest piece in the bedroom, so the eye goes there first. So it's very important that you're putting something on your bed that is elevated and elegant, like you're looking at this gray right here. But remember, if you're just tuning in right now, this is Clean Design Home, which means this is going to protect you from 95% of the allergens in the air. So I know you're tuning in going, beautiful, elegant, amazing, 400 thread count. It's going to feel amazing. It's also going to protect you. And I can't say that enough this hour. I want to make sure everyone knows that, because that's what really makes your brand different from anything else out there, right? That's so true.
And you know, I said to you earlier, I'm from Texas.
Yes.
And you know, there's a historical, I founded my firm because I grew up panallergic. That means I was allergic to things inside. I was allergic to things outside. And so it was so important for me to be able to breathe at night. That's when, you know, your cortisol levels go down and kids end up in the emergency room. And so my parents back then had to spend so much money to get a sheet that felt like sandpaper. And now we have the same 400 thread count luxury sheet set that you can get at your best hotel, at your best store, HSN, and it is allergen aware without chemicals.
Right. I love the fact that this is so personal to you. This came from a need for you. You know how it feels. And somebody shopping with us right now feels the same way and hasn't heard anyone say that to them before,
That's right?
Says it's here to protect you and it's here to be comfortable as well. That's what we are doing this hour. If that is you, jump in. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a break so we can catch up with some of your orders. I want to make sure you go back and see what we've presented already. But coming up, we've got more coming up. We've got that duvet cover and set coming up for you as well. A little bit of a break, so you can go to hsn.com and pick yours up. Robin and I will see you in just 1 minute. See you on the other side.
G by Giuliano.